Nevada Living Learning Community Student Housing Project, and Piedmont Hall, just to name a few. We're pleased to be a part of the Great Basin Hall Project, which will be the next brand new state-of-the-art facility here on the UNR campus. Now to acknowledge some of the folks who have helped play key roles in this wonderful facility, starting with UNR. UNR spent several years bringing to reality the concept of this state-of-the-art student housing facility, and today's ceremony represents a major milestone for the university and for the future residents of UNR. From the UNR Housing and Residential Life Department, whose job it is to house our future leaders of tomorrow, and from the UNR Planning and Construction Services Department, who are our building partners throughout the entire construction process, I'd like to acknowledge the following folks. Today we have in attendance President Mark Johnson, Vic Redding, Vice President of Business and Finance, Jerry Marcinski, Associate Vice President of Student Life, Rod Eichelman, Executive Director of Res Life, Bill Jaquays, Director of Housing Facilities, Sean McGoldrick, Associate Vice President of Facility Services, Denise Baklowski, Senior Director of Planning and Construction Services, Kevin Snuff, Director of Planning and Construction Services, Corey Jennings, Project Manager for Planning and Construction Services, who has taken on the enormous responsibility of being the university's representative on this project, a role that he has performed exemplary. And lastly, there's countless other folks working for the university who played a role in this project that are too many to name. So this team that represents UNR has been a true pleasure to work alongside of. I want to thank you all for your vision, for your partnership and teamwork, for your commitment to the students of UNR, and for your trust in core construction. Please give these folks a well-deserved round of applause. From the design team, whose creative and artistic vision this beautiful building was born from, civil and landscape design by CFA, architectural design by Van Wert Bogoti Architects, Brad Van Wert, Angela Bogoti, and Danielle Fabry, to name a few. Danielle, your communication, your attention to detail, and your partnership throughout the process has been exceptional, and we truly appreciate all the nights of lost sleep and potential gray hairs that we may have caused. So thank you. Structural design by Shields Engineering, Joe Shields and Dan O'Connor. Are either of them here today? No? Well, you guys probably don't know, but we had a bat phone installed with a direct link between Mike Webb's desk and Dan O'Connor's desk. So those two were in constant communication throughout much of the structure. We really appreciate Dan and Joe's partnership and cooperation and availability. Electrical designs by PK Electrical, and mechanical design by Ainsworth and Associates. This entire design team has been exceptionally professional and responsive from day one, and we thank you for your leadership and teamwork. Let's all give the design team a round of applause. So next, the boots on the ground, the hands and feet who have worked together to construct this terrific project. By my rough calculations, there's almost 200,000 man-hours that have been put into this project to get us to this point. These men and women make up our crews of equipment operators, truck drivers, pipe fitters, laborers, carpenters, masons, concrete finishers, iron workers, plumbers, electricians, sheet metal workers, roofers, glazers, insulators, and probably a few others that I'm forgetting, and that's just to get us to this point. There's a whole other team that's going to bring us to the finish line. Last winter, when the project was just getting out of the ground, Northern Nevada experienced the greatest amount of precipitation on record. It was a winter where many contractors rolled up their tools and waited for weeks on end to resume work. Unfortunately for us, we know we've got students moving in come the fall of 2018, so we didn't have that luxury. Core Construction asked this team to cinch up their suspenders, put on their rain suits and muck boots, and power through the weather. This team overcame a seemingly impossible challenge, and I'm pleased to say that we are currently on schedule to be complete in the fall of 2018. So a belated thanks to all you crews who worked through last winter with us, and we're hoping and praying that this winter is a little more amenable to our process here. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our subcontractor building partners who brought this project to this current stage. Just in alphabetical order, we've got Anchor Door and Hardware, Bragg Crane Service, Morrow Equipment, CFA, Capital Glass, Commercial Roofers, Far West Insulation, Forterra Structural Precast, Harris Rebar, J&J Mechanical, KC Insulation, Martin Ironworks, Merritt Electric, MMC Contractors, Morgan Construction, NCSG Crane and Heavy Haul Services, Overhead Fire Protection, Premier Scaffolding, Q&D Construction, Quality Control Systems, Romero Door and Hardware, Sierra Nevada Construction, Silver Peak Construction Services, Silver State Masonry, Southwest Specialty Contractors, VersaGrade, Western Partitions, several other sub-tier contractors, and probably a few others that I'm forgetting as well. So thank you all for your cooperation, teamwork, professionalism, and very hard work you put in on a daily basis. Core Construction and UNR are incredibly blessed to have this team of subcontractors working on Great Basin Hall. So, yeah, round of applause for that team. Lastly, my colleagues at Core Construction, we've got project managers, project coordinators, superintendents, laborers, carpenters, and interns who are all working hard to bring this project to completion. While we may not all be swinging hammers, pouring concrete, or laying block, it's our job to plan, coordinate, and assist with the execution of the work in a manner such that the end product is completed safely with the highest level of quality, on time, on budget, with subcontractor building partners who trust and enjoy working with Core Construction, and for clients who trust and would hire us back again. Without getting into the weeds, there's one individual on our team that I'd like to acknowledge here today, which is Core's most senior superintendent, Mike Webb. Where you at, Mike? He's right there. I'd be surprised if any of us could create a list that will go beyond the fingers on one hand who know more about constructing buildings than Mike. Mike has led this field in a manner that's rarely found in today's market, and we appreciate you for it, so thank you. At this point, I'll wrap things up with my spiel here, and I'll just want to say thank you again to all who've been involved in the creation of this new building. We've still got some time to go ahead of us, but I'm confident that we'll get there smoothly and safely and successfully. We hope and pray for a safe and trouble-free progress towards the completion in June of 2018. So we have it's a ceremonial beam here. If you'd like to sign it, there's a big pen up here, and we have some topping out shirts on the table here, some coffee, and some pastries. You're all welcome to partake and collaborate with one another and enjoy the beautiful weather we're having today. Thank you all very much.